Today, we'll be looking at setting up a Sceptron system with direct DMX control. To start out, we'll need a power supply. We'll be using the P3 PowerPort 1500, but a standard 48-volt DC power supply will work just fine. To inject DMX into our BBD cable, we'll need to use a splitter adapter. I'm using the 4-pin plus 5-pin BBD cable adapter. We'll also need our fixture. In this case, it's a VDO Sceptron 1000. We'll also need an RDM compatible DMX controller. To connect the system, I'll connect the DMX from my controller into our splitter cable. We'll then plug our splitter cable into our power supply. Any of the 4 outputs can be used. Please consult the manual to see how many fixtures are supported on each output. And finally, we'll connect our BBD power supply output into our fixtures, or in this case, my Sceptron. Now that we have all of our connections made, we just need to go into our controller and use RDM to set up our fixture mode and address. We have 4 fixture modes available. We have RGB, basic, segments, and pixels. RGB mode uses only 3 DMX channels and is RGB control over the entire fixture. Basic mode is 10 DMX channels. We still only have control over the entire fixture, but we have dimmer, strobe, and macro channels. The macro channels run at a pixel level. In segment mode, we use 22 DMX channels. This breaks the unit up into 5 RGB segments and gives us dimmer, strobe, and macro channels. And finally, pixel mode. With the VDO Sceptron 10 1000mm, it uses 307 DMX channels. This allows for individual RGB control over each pixel and dimmer, strobe, and macro channels. And that's it. You're ready to run your Sceptrons with DMX.